Up everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys all for tuning in. So before I start, I just want to have a quick mention of today's the presidential election. So with that, the market might behave in some unorthodox ways. There might be an increased volatility probably. It might just behave a little bit crazy this week. So with that said, just be cautious, be careful, use the proper risk management, and always use a stop loss. Alright, okay. With that said, let's go ahead and do this week's weekly analysis. Cool. So the first pair that we're going to be looking at is the CADJPY. Alright, so as you all know, we'll start on the daily real quick just to see what's going on. Alright, so we can see that we had a bit of upward momentum while the market is moving downward. It's been moving downward actually for quite a long time, since 2017. Just a slow gradual downward movement until it shot down sometime this year, February. Okay, and it kind of lost steam when it got to around about March. Market started giving us a pullback, but now it also looks like it's forming a downward trend, which is your lower highs and your lower lows. Okay, alright, so we can see that we have a lower high here, and we have a higher low there, as well as a higher low here. Okay, so yeah, I just kind of get confused with that. Yeah, so it's a higher low here, higher low there. Basically, we're going in the downward position. Okay, a downward trend. So what we could be looking at to enter is the market to give us one of these variations. So the market could shoot back up, probably gap up at the Sunday Monday gap. Okay, come up there, could retest this key support resistance zone, and then it could make its way back down there. Alright, second variation could be for the market to kind of hit those zones. Let's go to the 1 hour where I can draw this properly. So the market kind of probably move down a bit, come back up, hit this key support resistance level, then start making its way back down. Okay, alternatively, the market could break through this key support, come back as new resistance, and then make its way back down. Alright, so an invalidation of this would be if the market comes all the way up and breaks this downward channel resistance zone. Okay, this gold one here, right? So if it breaks through this downward channel resistance zone and starts shooting all the way back up, breaking that key support resistance level up there, then coming back down to retest, then making its way back up like that. So this might take a long time to form. So if I see that the market has been making an upward movement, I won't take any buy trades within the zone, right, until I get clear validation that the downward trending channel has been broken. The market has broken up the horizontal resistance line, came back to retest, and then that's when I'll be taking my buys. But for now, all I'm looking for is for sells. Alright, or sell trades rather. So the next pair is the CADCHF. So let's come to our daily, zoom out and see what's going on. So you see that the bulls seem to be having the momentum here, strong buy momentum. Here's a higher low, higher low, higher low. Okay, you can see that clearly there. So Now all you need to look for the horizontal support resistance zones, the key horizontal support resistance zones that we could enter the market at. Alright, so we could see that from, when was this? Sometime in October, about 14th of October. So the market was giving us a pullback, nice beautiful pullback. Look at that. So we've got lower high, came back, lower high there. Okay, don't know why it's doing that. Lower high there, as well as a lower high here. This is the previous lower high, until it got to this lower low. Now the market's giving us a higher low. So the next move that you'd anticipate is for buy the market to give us another higher low, which is a break and retest of that key support resistance zone. Okay, so this is what we're looking for. Market to come back, retest there, giving us a lower high and continuing its way back up. Alright, however, an invalidation of this would be if the market shoots down all the way, breaking that upward channel support trend line that's gold on, right? If it breaks that, then the market comes back and retests there, then our new resistance, and it goes down further. So that's what I'd be looking for the CADCHF. Pretty simple. Yeah, another variation I guess could be for the buy. If the market comes back down here to this level, okay, gives us something there. Sorry, let's see how many pips first. Yeah, okay, so if the market comes down to this level, then kind of moves back up, or another variation could be if the market comes down all the way here, gives us a retest and start making it way back up. So to come here, this would be a first take profit. Okay, if it breaks through, retests, that could be a second position, second take profit. If it breaks through and retests, third position, until the market moves all the way back up. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for the CAD CHF. Our next pair is the CHFJPY. So with the CHFJPY, if you go to the daily quickly, you can also see that we previously were in a good bullish market. Bulls kind of lost strength when it got here, and now the bears are in control, right? So from the daily, we could see that we're forming the lower highs, lower high, lower high, lower high. So this looks good for sell trades, right? Or to look for sell setups. Okay. So the first setup that I'd be looking for would be if the market would maybe move a bit downward, come back up, retest this key support resistance zone, and make its way back down. Okay. An alternative to this would be the market maybe comes up, gaps up here, Sunday, Monday gaps, then starts to move back down. Or a third alternative, if the market could gap down or just make an aggressive move down, break that key support resistance level, retest the now resistance zone, make its way back down. Okay. The invalidation of this would be if, let's look at the 4 hour, this looks like a good zone. So if the market would literally move all the way up to this region, break through that support resistance, downward resistance channel, come back down for the retest, and then continue to way back up. Okay, this might take a long time to form, but since it's the US presidential election and some markets other than the US could also get affected, you never know, right? So yeah, this is what I'm looking at the Swiss franc and the Japanese yen. Next up is the EURUSD. Okay, so this market will be directly affected by the presidential election, so just take caution when trading this market. But as you can see, if you go to the daily, you can see that this market is moving in an uptrend. We're forming higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, kind of broke that, and now we seem to be forming lower highs, right, like that. So let me put that there. So what you're looking for, what seems to be the case, is that the bears are starting to get momentum, right? So the US dollar is getting stronger. Okay, so what you're looking for are sell positions or sell biases, right? So the first variation could be for the market to move back up, hit the support resistance zone, then start tumbling downwards, right? Alternatively, the market could move down, break that support, come retest as new resistance, and move back down. Okay, or what potentially could happen, which could be an invalidation of this, could be if the market kind of moves back down here. If we make this red, hits this support and starts moving, making its way back up, or if the market moves back up here, retests this key level, then starts shooting back up. Okay, so yeah, so that's what I'm looking for the EURUSD. Pretty simple trades, I think, but yeah, at the moment the US dollar is looking strong, so we have a sell bias on this trade. So the EURJPY is up next. So let's go to the daily. Likewise with all the other JPY cross pairs, we can see that we're forming high, lower high, lower high, lower high, signaling that we're in a downtrend. Okay, so we have a sell bias for this particular pair. So we're waiting for one of three things. The market could come back up here, give us a nice retest. Okay, then it could continue its way down. So it looks like it gave us a retest already on Friday, because you can see it came back down, came back up, and gave us a good bearish momentum candle on Friday, but it didn't shake this day. So it might gap up a little bit on Monday, retest the zone again, retesting it 1, 2, 3 times as a resistance, and making its way back down. Okay, alternatively, market could move back up here, make its way back down. Or the third variation could be if the market moves down here, breaks this key support level, and makes its way back down. So the support level is based on let me show you quickly. It's based on these strong levels, okay, because there wasn't any level close by. So the next support to take profit that you could look at if the market comes up to retest there should be these key strong levels, because it got hit here once, ran back down, twice, ran back down. So here's a key level. So this was the previous resistance for this market. So it might be held as a strong support, or it might be broken, retested as a resistance, and the market might move down. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for the EURJPY and for the sell bias. Okay, so for the buyer bias, you know that the invalidation would be if the market comes up all the way to these levels, to this resistance level, breaks that downward support, sorry, that downward resistance channel, then come back down, then start making its way back up. Alright, so that's what we're looking for the EURJPY. Okay, so to the Australian dollar pairs, the Aussie pairs. So let's go for the AUDUSD. This clearly is a bearish trend. Okay, you can see that on the daily. We can zoom in a bit. So you can see that we're forming lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. We had a nice support resistance zone here. Okay, so what we're essentially looking for, sorry about that, is for the market to break the support there, come back up for a retest, here, then start making its way back down. Easy as you like. Okay, second, for the market to come back up here, break these zones, start moving down. This could be a first take profit. If the market breaks through and retests, keep it at a second position. You know, you guys know how it goes. Third variation could be if the market comes up all the way here, retests that resistance, make its way back down. So this could be a first take profit. If it breaks through it, second position, secondary take profit, break through it, third position. Okay, so an invalidation would be if the market moves all the way back up. Okay, breaks that resistance, comes back down, then starts moving. So this pair will also be directly affected by the presidential election, so take caution when you're trading these USD pairs. Okay, but this looks pretty nice, I won't lie. It's kind of at the top of my list for this week, and we'll see how that one goes. Next pair, AUDJPY, similar to the AUDUSD. So all we're looking for here, it's kind of the same thing. Market to come through. Good. Well, the invalidation, as I said. Okay, let's start with the norm. What we're looking for, it's a sell bias. We're looking for sells primarily. Okay, so the market would come up, hit that resistance, start making its way back down. Second variation could be if the market comes all the way up there, hits that resistance, comes down. That could be a first take profit, second take profit. If it breaks through, comes and retests, second position added, breaks through, comes and retests, third position added. Third variation is if the market comes back down here, comes back up to retest, then starts moving. Okay, so that's what we're looking for our sell positions. And the invalidation would be if the market runs all the way back up, breaking that downward channel support, resistance, sorry, coming back down to retest, then making its way back up. Okay, so pretty simple. The AUDJPY. Next up is the AUDCHF. So one of two things. It's also in a downtrend. If you look at the daily, you can see that we've been forming higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Okay, the AUD pairs are all kind of similar, which is quite nice. Have a very strong resistance there and a fairly strong support. Cool. So what you're looking for is a break and retest of these, or just a retest of these key levels. So we're looking to sell, right, since the market's in a downward direction. So we're looking for the market to come back up, hit that resistance, make its way back down. If it breaks through here, this could be a first day profit. If it breaks through this zone, comes back to retest, you can add your second position. Okay. Second variation, if the market moves down, breaks that support, comes back to retest, and starts running down. Okay. The invalidation would be if the market moves up here, breaks that downward channel resistance, breaks the horizontal resistance, comes back down with a new support, starts making its way back up. This also looks quite nice. AUD pairs are looking quite nice, I won't lie. I think they're the top of the list for this week. But it all depends on how the market behaves. Okay, so the AUDCHF, that's what we're looking for. Okay, so the final pair is going to be the AUD New Zealand dollar. Same thing. You can see when you come here that the market seems to be forming higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Okay, let's zoom in a bit. We are also at a key support level at this point in time. Okay, so what we're looking for is for the market to give us one of two variations. Wait, first, let me check. Okay, to be honest, I would wait for the market to break this support zone. Okay, so the market could move back up a little bit and then come back down, but I don't think it's worth the trade when it's about 20 something pips. So I'd wait for the market to break through here first, the support, right, come back to retest the now new resistance and to run back down with us. Okay, second variation, the market could go back up, hit that resistance, start making its way back down. Let me delete this, it's not a strong zone. Okay, then the market could run back down. Third variation probably could be this level here. So a third variation, oh, but that would take such a long time, as if the market would move all the way back up here and start making its way back down, right? And as you know, I won't look for any buys for the region below this downward channel resistance. So the only buy or invalidation would be if the market moves all the way back up here, breaks that downward channel resistance, breaks the horizontal resistance, then comes back down and retests and moves back up. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for this week. AUD pairs are looking like the best pairs for this week, in my opinion. and remember to take care, trade with caution, have proper risk management, and have a successful trading week. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.